Dear friends in Jesus Christ, as we begin this Advent season, let us reflect on the Gospel of Matthew. You know how Matthew starts. He starts with a long list of names, the genealogy of Jesus. Most people skip it because it is with a lot of names. But when I looked closely, something beautiful stood out. We don't see here some great people we expect, but a few surprising names that carry very human, very broken stories. In the long genealogy of Jesus, we see many great names: Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, David. Yes, we know that they are the pillars of salvation history. But something surprising also happens here. We do not see the names of the great matriarchs like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel. Instead, Matthew inserts the names of certain women whose lives were very complicated. We see here Tamar. Tamar was Judah's daughter-in-law. Her husbands, Judah's sons, died leaving her without protection or children. Judah failed to fulfill his duty to provide her another husband. So what she did here, she disguised herself as a prostitute and slept with Judah to secure her right to children. So it is seen as deception and scandalous. She had to fight for justice in a broken family situation. And she is here in the genealogy of Jesus. Likewise, we see Rahab, a foreign woman known as prostitute, yet full of courage and faith. And we see here Ruth, a Moabite widow, an outsider by race and religion. And then we come to the story of Bathsheba. Interestingly, Matthew doesn't even mention her name. He simply writes, the wife of Uriah. Her name is hidden, but her story is not. She is involved in a story of sin, suffering, and scandal. And finally, we see Mary, mother of Jesus, who was also judged by the society because she became pregnant before living with Joseph. These are not the perfect women of Israel's history. These are the women whom society rejected, misunderstood, or pushed aside. Yet these are the women Matthew chooses to place at the very heart of the story of Jesus. What does this show us? It shows that Jesus does not avoid anyone. He does not build his family line only through perfect people. He builds it through people with broken stories, painful pasts, and difficult reputations. In this genealogy, God is telling us something very important. Even if your family avoids you, even if your society avoids you, even if your people brand you with a bad name, even if your past is messy, Jesus includes you. He welcomes you into his family. He brings you into his mission. His birth is for all. A universal aspect of his birth is seen here. These women who were once rejected become blessed because they are written into the very genealogy of the Savior. Their lives become part of God's salvation story. It's a good Advent reminder. During this Advent season, as we prepare for the coming of Christ, the genealogy reminds us that God works through unexpected people. God's love reaches the rejected, and the Savior's heart is big enough for everyone. Jesus is inclusive. His mission is universal. He comes not only for the holy, but for the hurting. Not only for the pure, but for the broken. Not only for the accepted, but especially for the rejected. The genealogy of Jesus is not just a list of names. It is a message of hope, a message that there is a place for everyone in God's plan.